Hey guys, welcome to another All Bass Creations effects tutorials, demos, and reviews. Today we have up the Zoom B6 and we'll be doing basically a demonstration of the octaves, the bass octave pedals that are or effects that are available on the B6 that I particularly like. These are basically my personal presets for just the octave settings. So you can build from there. You know, if you're trying to get something, you're trying to, get something to replace maybe an OC5, OC2, something that'll hold up slightly, with the poly octave and monophonic modes of like the poly blue and even the hog 2. Those are my favorites. Subbing up is another one, things like that. So here's my bass dry. Right. So, and I do have the solid state preamp on, solid state number 2 for the DI. So we're going to start with the bass analog octave, which is pretty much like a OC2 in monophonic mode. Um, so this particular effect has I'm just using the octave down, one octave down. I also have the modulation on, and I use that as for when I'm doing smaller gigs and I don't have my big pedal board and I can't take my poly blue octave, my MXR poly blue octave. I use this setting in replace of that, in place of that rather. So these are the settings for it. As you can see, it's all octave and mod, and about modulation about 52. So no dry signal on that. Let's So your EQ definitely play a huge role in the sound with that. If I drop the lows on my bass, so it is really finicky, just like a OC2 would be. Let's get some of that without the mod on. So let's check out. I happen to have my pedal board hooked up here as well. So we'll do a little bit of just an octave down with the OC5. Right, so that would be the OC5. This would be the bass analog octave on the Zoom 6, B6, excuse me. So as you can see, they're pretty close there. Let's see. And as you can see, yes, the tracking is better on the actual boss pedal. But at the same time, this does give you an option for live, smaller stuff. If you don't want to take a whole pedal board, it's just cumbersome sometimes. this Zoom B6 allows you to do that, and one of the best things about it is you have great octave effects like this. Right? So, and let's get a comparison with kind of like my poly blue setting I have. Compared to the poly blue, let's do it with just the octave down. Right? So as you can see, it definitely gives you that get you close. It's not all the way there, but get you pretty decently close. So let's move on to the super low preamp. So one good thing about this effect is it has a lot of settings, and pretty much these are my settings for it. Yeah, so it's like more of a, I guess you could use it more of a rock sound. You throw some distortion on there. And if you want more of the mid range, of course your EQ on your bass can or EQ before this. I also just as disclaimer, I also have a TC Electronic Spectral Comp running before this. Just on the regular Spectral Comp setting at about I want to say about 8 o'clock. That's just where my settings are. Just so you guys have the rest is just my bass, and I'm EQing for my bass. So as you can see, it's got some pretty extensive settings, and I'm not gonna call out each number. You guys can see what it is. And this would be the second page on that. So I have it 100% on, pretty much set to the preamp. And one thing about this that's awesome is that EQ. You can really get in there and shape the sound to whatever you want it to be. In addition to having, the actual octave effect, or you can just use this actual effect as a preamp, either one, whatever you prefer. It has a nice enhanced setting, which is similar to the Eden enhanced knob on their preamps and stuff like that. So it's a really good octave option. So that's my bass dry. We're going back here now. We're going to get to the bass poly shift, which is another one of my favorite effects on this pedal, rather. This one, very simplistic controls again. Everything, just 1 octave down, tone around 7, little mostly wet with a little bit of dry. And what I'm actually doing here is kind of giving you guys trying to give you guys a good idea of the tracking of it, from single notes to harmony to more complex chords. That's pretty much the point of me doing that. Also, you get to hear the actual effect, and it tracks very well. I really like this effect a lot. So, just so you guys have a quick comparison, let's do a little bit of the Hog 2. Where we at? Oh, sorry. That's a Hog 2. Bass poly shift. So again, Hog 2. That's the Hog 2, bass poly shift. Yeah, so this is probably my favorite bass effect on here, or bass octave effect rather. It's very good, very versatile effect, and it does sound similar to my Hog 2 setting for octaves, as well as it does track very well. It actually sounds very similar to the sub and up, TC Electronic sub and up. So, um, yeah, the tracking on it, and you didn't have to buy another pedal. So, um, I would say, you can really use all of these for different occasions. Let's just walk through them one more time. This is the actual bass poly shift, right? Super low preamp, right? And this would be the bass analog octave. Doesn't sound good tracking like that, but so that's pretty much my settings for my Octavers on my Zoom B6. It's a great pedal. Definitely check it out. I got more videos like this to come that'll give you basically my little insights on my settings and effects and how I use them, why I use them, all that good stuff. Help you out with your Zoom B6, as well as I'll be doing different effects and tutorials, demos, and reviews, because this is all bass creations. Of course, subscribe, like, and share. I definitely would appreciate that if you like this type of content. I would love to keep providing you with that. So only way I know what you guys need and what you want is what you watch and what you like and what you share. And when I get more subscribers and all that type of stuff. So, yeah, that's been my settings for this. This setting right here is just my send. What I have this set up to do, I have a DI running to my Zoom L12. Also, I split it into 2 amps, but both amps aren't on. So the main out quarter inch is running to my Harkey head, which is not on. But I have the send running to my Ampeg stack with my Ampeg BA210V2, which 210 cabinet with a tweeter. And that paired with a Fender 115 bass man Neo cabinet on the bottom with a tweeter. So that's what you're hearing, a mixture of all those except for the Harkey. So basically you're hearing a mix of the Ampeg stack and the DI, and you're hearing a little bit of the talkback mic as well. So that, I hope that gives you a better example or feel of how it actually feels when you're using it, not just hearing it with your headphones. Because I mean, how often are you just listening to the music like that, and when you're doing live concerts or using this type of stuff? I would prefer, me personally, I want to hear how it sounds, a mixture of things, just like I would hear live. So let me know what you guys would like to see next. I love giving you guys different content. So let me know if this is useful to you. And next I'll be doing the modulations, going through all of those. And I'm going to go through all the bass amps, all that stuff. So stay tuned. Remember, to subscribe, like, and share. And thank you for watching. This has been another All Bass Creations effects tutorials, demos, and reviews. I am the Bass Negus. You can find me on all social media at the Bass Negus, Negus. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.